Have you ever wondered what might happen if a child were to grow up in the wilderness, devoid of any human contact? This is the intriguing premise we're exploring today as we delve into the world of feral humans. Feral humans, or feral children as they're more commonly known, are individuals who have lived isolated from human contact from a very young age and have little or no experience of human care, social behavior, or crucially, of human language. These individuals have spent significant parts of their developmental years either in the wild, raised by animals, or in severe isolation, often due to abusive circumstances. The circumstances leading to such conditions are as varied as they are tragic. Some children are abandoned or lost in the wilderness, others are confined and neglected, while a few might even seek out isolation due to unbearable living conditions. Growing up without human interaction or societal norms has profound implications. These children often lack basic social and life skills, struggle with language acquisition, and exhibit animal-like behaviors. They offer a unique, albeit heart-wrenching insight into the fundamental nature versus nurture debate. Over the centuries, the concept of feral humans has captivated our collective imagination, inspiring a wealth of myths, legends, and stories. From the Romulus and Remus tale of ancient Rome, where the city's founders were raised by a she-wolf, to the more recent narratives like Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book, featuring the wolf-raised boy, Mowgli. These stories, while largely fictional, reflect our enduring fascination with the idea of humans untamed by society. However, beyond the realm of fiction, there are documented cases of feral humans, each with its own unique and often unsettling narrative. These real-life instances, while far from the romanticized versions of wild children in literature, provide invaluable insights into human development, socialization, and the innate versus learned aspects of human behavior. So buckle up your mental seatbelts, as we're about to embark on a journey that's as fascinating as it is disturbing. Now let's delve into the past and explore some of the earliest known cases of feral humans. The history of feral humans dates back centuries, with the earliest cases shrouded in mystery and intrigue. The annals of time are filled with stories of children lost or abandoned, only to be found years later, living and surviving in the wild. Two such cases that stand out are the Wild Boy of Aveyron and Victor of Aveyron, both discovered in late 18th century France. The Wild Boy of Aveyron was found wandering the woods of southern France in 1797. His eyes held a wild, uncomprehending gaze, and his body bore the marks of a life lived in the wilderness. He didn't understand the language of people and seemed to possess no social skills. The boy was taken in by a local woman, who named him Victor, and attempted to teach him the ways of civilized society. Despite her efforts, Victor remained largely uncommunicative and resistant to social norms. In a similar vein, another boy was found in the Aveyron region just a few years later. This boy, also named Victor, was discovered in the winter of 1800. He was naked and appeared to be about 12 years old. His lack of speech and peculiar behaviors, such as avoiding human contact and displaying an aversion to cooked food, suggested that he had been living in the wild for a significant period. These boys were the subjects of interest to many, including a young physician named Jean-Marc Gaspard Itard. Intrigued by the boys' wild mannerisms, Itard undertook the task of their education. He believed that through proper instruction and care, these boys could be brought back into the fold of society. However, despite his best efforts, Itard's attempts at socialization were only partially successful. Victor of Aveyron, in particular, never fully adapted to the ways of society. These early cases of feral children provide a fascinating glimpse into the human condition when stripped of societal norms and expectations. They challenge our understanding of what it means to be human and raise intriguing questions about the nature versus nurture debate. These early cases set the stage for further exploration into the phenomenon of feral humans. As we move into the 19th and 20th centuries, cases of feral children become more documented and studied. One such case that stirred a lot of attention was that of Caspar Hauser. In the early 19th century, Hauser appeared in the streets of Nuremberg, Germany as a teenager. He could barely speak and walked awkwardly, as if he had never used his legs before. He spent his early years locked in a dark room with minimal human contact. Despite his tragic upbringing, Hauser displayed an uncanny knack for drawing and had a remarkable sense of hearing and sight. However, attempts to integrate him into society were met with limited success, and his life was cut short under mysterious circumstances. Fast forward to the early 20th century, we come across the case of Amala and Kamala, often referred to as the Wolf Girls of India. Discovered in a wolf's den in 1920, these young girls exhibited animal-like behaviors. They walked on all fours, ate raw meat, and howled at the moon. Reverend Jal Singh, who took them under his care, worked tirelessly to humanize the girls. Despite his efforts, Amala, the younger of the two, sadly passed away a year later. Kamala, however, showed some progress, learning to walk upright and speak a few words, proving that even in the most extreme circumstances, human adaptability can triumph. Then, there's the heart-wrenching story of Jeannie Wiley, a girl from California who spent her first 13 years in almost total isolation, tied to a chair in a room. When she was discovered in 1970, she was severely malnourished and could hardly speak or walk. Jeannie's case was extensively studied by psychologists and linguists who were fascinated by her limited language abilities. Despite the trauma she experienced, Jeannie made remarkable progress in her physical abilities and nonverbal communication. However, her linguistic skills remained limited, supporting the theory of a critical period for language acquisition in children. What do these cases have in common? Each child experienced extreme isolation during their formative years, leading to significant developmental delays and abnormalities. But they also demonstrated an incredible will to survive and adapt, showing us the resilience of the human spirit. These stories, as tragic as they may be, have provided a wealth of information for psychologists, linguists, and sociologists. They've helped shine a light on the nature versus nurture debate, emphasizing the importance of early socialization in human development. These cases also underscore the critical role language plays in human cognition and social interaction. So while we may be appalled by these stories of feral children, they also serve as stark reminders of our shared humanity and the fundamental need for love, care, and social interaction. We are, after all, social creatures, and our development and well-being are intrinsically tied to our relationships with others. These cases, while tragic, have provided valuable insights into the nature versus nurture debate. In more recent times, the discovery of feral humans has become increasingly rare, yet there are still cases that capture the public's attention. The tales of the Russian bird boy and the Ukrainian dog girl are particularly intriguing. The Russian bird boy was found in a remote village in Siberia in the early 21st century. His mother had kept him in a bird cage where he lived among pet birds. He was discovered at the age of 7, unable to speak any human language. Instead, he communicated through chirps and flaps of his arms, mimicking the birds he lived with. His rehabilitation was a challenging process. Language acquisition, a critical part of early childhood development, had been severely hampered. Despite this, with intensive therapy and education, he gradually learned to communicate in a more conventional way. Over in Ukraine, the story of the dog girl, or Oksana Malaya as she is known, is equally compelling. Oksana was discovered in the late 90s after spending most of her childhood living with dogs. Like the bird boy, she lacked any form of human socialization and exhibited behaviors more typical of canines than humans. She walked on all fours, barked, and ate with her mouth directly from her plate. The rehabilitation process for Oksana was extensive, requiring years of therapy to unlearn the dog-like behaviors and acquire human social norms. Today, Oksana works on a farm, her story a testament to the resilience and adaptability of the human spirit. These cases, while extreme, highlight the importance of early childhood socialization. They demonstrate how our environments can dramatically shape our behaviors and identities. These individuals were not born behaving like birds or dogs. Their circumstances and lack of human interaction led them to adopt these behaviors. The rehabilitation of these feral humans is no small feat. It requires a dedicated team of psychologists, educators, and therapists to help these individuals integrate into society. The challenges faced are numerous, from teaching basic communication skills to overcoming deeply ingrained non-human behaviors. Yet progress can and has been made. The bird boy and dog girl are just two contemporary cases of feral humans. There are others, each unique and each a poignant reminder of the profound effects of our upbringing. These stories also raise ethical questions about the rights of these individuals and the responsibility of society to intervene and provide care. These recent incidents remind us that the phenomenon of feral humans is not a thing of the past. They serve as a stark reminder of the power of our environment in shaping who we become. They remind us of the importance of nurturing and social interaction in our early development. But most importantly, they remind us of our shared humanity and the resilience of the human spirit, even in the most challenging of circumstances. The study of feral humans has yielded intriguing insights into human development and behavior, yet it is also fraught with controversy. Diving headfirst into the depths of human psychology and behavior, the study of feral humans has illuminated our understanding in areas that were once shrouded in mystery. One such area is language acquisition. It is widely accepted among linguists that there is a critical period during early childhood for language development. Observations of feral humans who missed this critical period have provided compelling evidence to support this theory. Many of these individuals, despite years of intensive therapy and education, have struggled to fully grasp the complexities of human language. Similarly, the study of feral humans has also shed light on the process of socialization. This process, which involves learning the norms and customs of a society, is crucial for integrating into a community. Feral humans, having grown up in the absence of conventional social structures, often display behaviors that differ significantly from societal norms. This supports the notion that socialization is a learned process, not an inherent trait. Moreover, the way feral humans adapt to their environment offers a unique perspective on human behavior. Their survival instincts and adaptability underscore the resilience and resourcefulness of the human species. They remind us that beneath the veneer of civilization, we are, at our core, creatures of adaptation and survival. However, while the study of feral humans has provided invaluable scientific insights, it is not without controversy. Many argue that the treatment and study of these individuals often cross ethical boundaries. For instance, the removal of feral individuals from their natural environments, despite being done with the intention of helping them, is viewed by some as a violation of their rights. Critics argue that it is ethically unacceptable to impose our societal norms and values onto these individuals who have lived their entire lives outside these constructs. Furthermore, the way these individuals are studied and observed has also been a subject of contention. Some argue that the observational methods used often resemble those used in animal studies, reducing these individuals to mere subjects of curiosity rather than recognizing them as human beings with rights and dignity. Finally, there's the question of rehabilitation. While attempts are often made to integrate these individuals into society, the success rate is usually low. This raises ethical questions about the purpose and effectiveness of such interventions. Is it right to force someone into a way of life they may not be capable of adapting to? The study of feral humans, while providing valuable insights, presents a moral and ethical conundrum that continues to be debated. As we strive to broaden our understanding of human behavior and development, it is crucial that we also reflect on the ethical implications of our actions. After all, the pursuit of knowledge should never come at the expense of human dignity and rights. The phenomenon of feral humans is a stark reminder of the crucial role society plays in shaping us. We've journeyed together through the intriguing, at times, haunting narrative of feral humans. From the earliest known cases to notable instances in the 19th and 20th centuries and onto contemporary times, we've seen the profound impact of isolation and lack of societal norms on human development. The stories we've shared underscore the importance of human interaction and societal norms in shaping our behavior, our identity, and ultimately, our humanity. They highlight that, as humans, we are not merely products of our biology, but also of our environment and the social interactions we experience. When we look at feral humans, we see individuals who, by circumstance or fate, were deprived of these fundamental human experiences. Their stories offer us a unique, if disconcerting, window into the nature versus nurture debate, forcing us to question and reflect on the intrinsic elements that make us human. The study of feral humans continues to have relevance today. It not only challenges our understanding of human development and socialization, but also compels us to reevaluate societal structures and the role they play in our lives. We are reminded of the importance of nurturing our connections with others, of fostering a sense of community, and of recognizing the profound impact our societies have on our individual and collective growth. As we continue to explore the complex tapestry of human nature, we should remember that these stories, as unsettling as they may be, hold invaluable lessons about our inherent need for social interaction and societal structures. They serve as poignant reminders of the resilience of the human spirit and the extraordinary adaptability we possess in the face of adversity. As we continue to unravel the mysteries of human nature and development, the stories of feral humans present a poignant reminder of the innate human need for connection and community. Please like and subscribe. It only takes you a second but helps us out a lot.